Where do I begin? Holy shit. Did this episode really just fucking happen? Did this episode seriously just happen? Seriously. Episode 11 of Charlotte. I'm thinking Charlotte has become probably my #1 favorite of this season so far. Just because this episode skyrocketed it probably up a position or two in this season. I was already loving Charlotte. But this episode, oh my fucking god. The shit that went on in this episode. It went from 0 to 100, then to 1,000,000, and then off the charts. Real fast. This episode was a complete and utter change from last episode. Last episode still had some serious moments and all that, with some threatening and suspense and all that, but it was nowhere near compared to this episode. Why? There was some dark shit going on in this episode. And death. Motherfucking death. And now there's suspense. And I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do for episode 12 of Charlotte. I believe it's 12 episodes. I am stunned beyond belief because of this. Holy shit. Holy shit. First of all, I want to say something. I'll talk from the beginning. We learned the reason for the superpowers that are in Charlotte. It's from a meteor called... No, not a meteor. It's a comet that's a long orbit, and it comes by Earth every 75 or so year cycles and everything. And it puts these it scatters these particles all over the world, and when inhaled, they go into the brain and awaken a dormant part of the brain that's not supposed to be awake. Because we only use like 5 or 10% of our brain as it is. I believe that's the statistics or something. And that it awakens that, and that gives them powers. But it eventually fades in adolescence, as we know. So the comet named Charlotte, of course I knew it because she's a stargazer and all that, is the reason for the powers. And interestingly enough, the Salem witchcraft trials, where people were burned at the stake for being witches, was caused, as the anime took it in the form, was caused by this comet coming by then, and lots of people were burned at the stake for it because they feared the power. And that comet, the comet Charlotte, is also one of the reasons that I found it cool. The icon for Charlotte, that little, like, it's like a line dropping down in this pool or something. That's supposed to symbolize a comet. Kind of thing. That is fucking cool. It seriously was. One thing I did not expect from this series is that we would actually learn the origins of the superpowers. We rarely ever do that. We rarely learn the origins about certain stuff. Sometimes we just go, okay, they have these, we'll accept that, let's continue on. But we learn the origins about this. Then we return to the dark fucking themes from like episode 2. Kumagami, or Pooh, was fucking tortured. Nails ripped off, teeth broken. Both fingernails and toenails were ripped off, and he was beaten, black and blue. And then Tamori was kidnapped, and she's used as a hostage. Furuki, the butler to Mediko and everything, that blue-haired guy and everything, his family was threatened. And having a family is kind of a taboo for being in the syndicate because they can always be used in such circumstances. But Shunsuke kind of gave it his consent. But so Furuki, ever since even before the academy was built, before the syndicate was formed, his family was being starting to be threatened and all that. So he was playing the information broker kind of guy by force. Because if he can't commit suicide, he doesn't want to leave his family. And if he tries to reveal the information that his family's being held hostage, his family will be killed. And this is from an overseas group. And I'm already calling bets it's the United States because the United States is fucked up like that. Seriously. You can't deny our government's not fucked up. So, Furuki, ever since way before the Academy or the Syndicate was formed, had been doing that, and he took Kumagami to this factory as ordered to, and he was emotionally distraught about it. He doesn't want to betray them and all that. So Kumagami gets beaten, kidnapped, and injected with a sutra. Everything he knows about all the psychic ability users and all the ability users kind of... I believe they said psychic ability, so they were mostly targeting Shunsuke or Yu and everything. So they want Yu because he's the strongest of all ability users. He has plunder. He can take and use anyone's abilities. So he's the motherfucking strongest of them all. And Yu was forced to go and battle these guys. It was 4 people. A child, a huge bulky like bodybuilder, an American or something because he was speaking English, and a translator. That little child is quick. The big guy is strong as fuck. He knocked Tamori out and all that, and I fucking hate him because they strewn up Tamori in just her underwear and all that right next to Kumagami after he'd been tortured. I fucking hate these bad guys. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen in the next episode, but then they said they wanted Yu alone and no one else could come or otherwise they'd kill Furuki's family and all that. They had said that specifically to Shunsuke. Yu goes there and his first objective was to plunder the people's powers because they assume they were ability users. They're not. They're regular people. Except the little girl might be an ability user. I don't know. And they're not armed either. So Yu even has the backup plan. If something goes wrong, time leap out of there, they make a new tactic. Time leap out of there, make the new tactic. This would cause him to go blind. And I've seen predictions. I've even made a prediction that he might go blind by the end of the series. Nope. That is out the door now. He can't go blind. He can't go blind from using his time leap ability if he can't use it now. Before I get into that, it was really cool to see use, like, he can't get super angry, he can't get super emotional, he can't hyperventilate kind of thing. He can't break down emotionally, or otherwise his collapse ability will activate, but he can be calmed down. It's shown Shun calms him down when he starts activating it because he starts getting, like, pressured and stressed out and all that, so his abilities kind of get boiled up and everything. So Yu has the ability to use collapse power and everything, and that confirms that it was taken from Ayami. I never was too sure if it was or not. Now, back to the whole Yu can't use time leap now. That was his last resort if he couldn't get things correct. So the little girl runs in with a knife and slashes his fucking hand while he was going like this, and it goes across his eye. Oh, God. It literally cuts into his eye and ruins the eye. And his hand is all bloody. So he can't use his time leap. I don't know if he can use his control people ability, but he can still use some of his other abilities. So one of his ocular powers is gone. He can't use time leap. There's no fucking redos. Unless they can heal Sala or Shunsuke's ice out. So I don't know how this can be reversed. There is no more do-overs. And Yu goes on a fucking ability rampage. He uses his telekinesis and all that to start throwing poles at the people and everything, while the little girl stabs him in the shoulder. And she's hanging on to him, and then he starts going into a collapse mode, and he literally brings down the entire building while Shunsuke and the rest of the group are coming up. The whole fucking building collapses, and oh my god, Kumagami is the motherfucking MVP. The building comes down. Yu is alright. He uses his telekinesis to avert, so the girl that was with him and himself weren't injured. The 2 main villains weren't injured. But Kumagami protected fucking now. He went over her. He was standing over her, protected her from the falling rubble. And he was fucking impaled with so many rods, so many poles. That guy is the fucking MVP because he protected now, and he was an overall enjoyable character. He really was. And now he's dead. He protected Tamori. Jesus Christ. Charlotte, holy shit. I did not fucking expect this. I did not expect this. Now I have no clue what the fuck they're going to do. They have Tamori back. Kumagami's dead. There's one bad guy that's not accounted for that we know of, but they're a part of an organization or something. So what is going to go down in the next episode? The finale of Charlotte. I want next week to be here already. Jesus Christ. So yeah, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more reviews, reactions, vlogs, talks, usual. This is Auto Nation, you know, my lovely community, citizens, civilians. I'll see you guys in the next review. So have a good day, watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. Have a good day. Follow the links down in the description where you can go and add me on Twitter. I recommend you do so. If you go to my channel, link in the banner will be to take you to Facebook where you can go and add me on Facebook. And go check out episode 11 of Charlotte. Oh my god. Holy shit. Charlotte, why do you fucking do this to me? Have a good day.